Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, February 2nd, 2018, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Sorry for getting this out so late. I was busy today, but I also did want to do this video. I think the stock market was spooked by the groundhog seeing a shadow today or something. Uh, I'm trying to make a joke out of something pretty horrible. We haven't seen a fall like this in the Dow in 2 years. The Dow lost 666 points today. Uh, just a huge plunge. I think it's fallen close to 1,000 points in the past few days. Um, the market is spooked. There's talk of higher interest rates. They're saying maybe that had something to do with it. The situation with the infamous memo might have something to do with it. But here's the thing. We have an 8-year-old bull market that absolutely blew its stack here in the last few months. And as happy as I was with that, there's always a fear that, this is some kind of bubble. Now, I'm not saying this is the bubble bursting, but markets just never go up and up and up. They eventually correct, and we could be looking at a correction here, or we could be looking at something else. I don't want to call it quite yet, but today was definitely a signal that these stocks can, in fact, go down. Now, ultimately, I feel like this will benefit us. It's very hard to trade a market that just goes up and up and up. As far as what happened to us, we had like $8,000 positive open trade on the close yesterday. By the time we got out of that today, we had dropped about $14,000. So we saw positive 8 go to negative 14 based on the open this morning. What was a little distressing for me is I think we should have just stayed out of everything, but we got tagged in 3 stocks, and we got tagged right up here at the beginning, and then of course we're holding those things all day. So those 3 positions end up going to negative $10,000, and we're holding that over the weekend. So yeah, this is the worst day we've had in quite a while also. Now I'm trying to console myself by reminding myself that we made almost $130,000 in December, and we made $90,000 in January. And this is just the beginning of February, and yeah, if we drop, even though we may have dropped $24,000 today, I've seen it worse. I've got hit worse than this, and ultimately, when stocks go down this much, we will make profits when the thing turns around. So we just have to see what's going to happen. But I will say that this is a signal that this bull market can correct, and I'm prepared for a correction. And I've said this before, that a correction is never really a correction unless it scares the hell out of almost everybody. So I don't know, maybe that happened today, but I don't think so. I think it's got to do some more downside before we really see blood flowing in the streets, and that's when we might see things turn around. We'll just have to see. Anyway, I have absolutely nothing to show you other than the Dow chart, so I'm not going to show you any individual markets. This is Trader Bob signing off. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back here on Monday.